Have you ever felt that quiet tension between you and her, the kind that lingers in silence, the kind that makes you wonder if you're imagining things? The truth is, most opportunities don't disappear because the feeling wasn't real. They disappear because no one had the courage to act. She may not say a word, but her energy does. Her pauses speak. Her eyes hesitate just long enough to tell a story she hopes you'll read. And here's the part most people miss: when a woman wants you to ask her out, she doesn't push. She waits. Because the moment you step forward doesn't just change the relationship, it changes how she sees you. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear could be the difference between almost and something unforgettable. Comment your location, where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more powerful insights. When a woman wants you to ask her out, she rarely announces it directly. Instead, she begins to shape the environment around you in subtle, intentional ways. You might notice that she suddenly presents more often, showing up in conversations, finding reasons to linger, or positioning herself in moments where an invitation would feel natural rather than forced. This isn't accidental. Psychologically, people move closer to what they want, but they do it in a way that preserves emotional safety. She's not trying to pursue you, she's creating a doorway and waiting to see if you'll walk through it. What's important to understand here is that attraction often expresses itself through opportunity, not words. When she brings up an event, a place, or a shared interest, and then leaves the sentence unfinished, that pause is doing a lot of work. It's an invitation disguised as neutrality. Philosophically, this is about agency. She's allowing you to choose, because how you choose matters. The decision to ask her out isn't just about spending time together, it's a signal of decisiveness, awareness, and confidence. You'll also notice that these opportunities repeat. Once is coincidence, twice is curiosity, 3 times is intention. Repetition is how the subconscious tests reliability. She wants to see if you're paying attention, if you can read the emotional subtext beneath everyday interactions. This is where many people hesitate, overthinking themselves into inaction. They wait for certainty, but certainty is never the currency of human connection. Courage is. There's also a deeper emotional logic at play. By creating space for you to lead, she's evaluating how you handle responsibility. Can you move from comfort into initiative? Can you recognize a moment and honor it? In psychology, attraction grows when someone feels seen and responded to, not chased or pressured. Her subtle positioning allows both of you to maintain dignity while exploring possibility. If you ignore these openings, the energy slowly fades, not because her interest disappears, but because unanswered invitations teach the mind to withdraw. And that's the quiet tragedy most people never realize they participated in. The opportunity wasn't lost, it was left untouched. So here's the reflection to sit with. Life rarely asks loudly. It whispers, places doors slightly ajar, and waits. When someone creates space for you to step forward, the real question isn't whether you're ready, it's whether you're willing to trust yourself enough to move. One of the clearest indicators of genuine interest is not intensity, but consistency. When a woman wants you to ask her out, her attention doesn't arrive in dramatic bursts and then disappear. It shows up steadily, calmly, and with intention. She remembers small details you mentioned in passing, brings them up later without prompting, and follows through on conversations that could have easily ended. This kind of attentiveness is not accidental. From a psychological standpoint, attention is a finite resource, and people invest it where they feel emotionally drawn and mentally engaged. What makes consistency so powerful is that it signals safety and trust. Attraction may spark quickly, but sustained attention requires emotional regulation and curiosity. When she checks in, asks thoughtful questions, or responds in ways that move the conversation forward, she's communicating interest without pressure. Philosophically, this reflects a deeper human truth: we give time to what we value. If she didn't care, her energy would scatter elsewhere. You may notice that her presence feels reliable. She doesn't vanish for long stretches without explanation. And when life pulls her away, she reconnects naturally. This reliability creates emotional momentum. In psychology, familiarity combined with positive interaction builds attachment, not boredom. It allows both people to relax into the connection rather than constantly reassessing it. And in that relaxed space, the desire for something more often grows. Consistency also reveals emotional curiosity. When she remembers how you think, what challenges you face, or what excites you, she's engaging with you as a person, not just an option. This level of awareness takes effort. It means you've entered her mental landscape, and that's not a place people allow just anyone to stay. She's observing how you show up over time, not just how you perform in a single moment. Many people misinterpret consistency as friendliness because they're trained to look for dramatic signs, but real interest is quieter. It's the message that says, I'm still here, without needing to announce itself. If you fail to recognize this, you risk mistaking emotional availability for neutrality and letting connection drift into missed timing. The deeper insight here is simple but demanding. Attention sustained over time is an invitation to respond. When someone keeps choosing you in small, steady ways, they're creating a rhythm that asks for leadership, not certainty. And the moment you recognize that rhythm, the responsibility shifts to you. So reflect on this. When someone shows up consistently, they're not waiting forever. They're waiting long enough to see if you will. When a woman wants you to ask her out, she often shifts from signaling interest to testing intention. These tests are rarely obvious, and they're almost never confrontational. Instead, they arrive as playful challenges, teasing remarks, or moments that subtly ask you to clarify where you stand. From a psychological perspective, this is not manipulation, it's assessment. She's exploring whether your confidence is situational or grounded, whether your interest is passive or purposeful. You might notice her making comments that invite you to step forward, such as questioning your decisiveness, joking about whether you ever make the first move, or lightly challenging your opinions. These moments are designed to create friction, not conflict. Philosophically, friction reveals character. When faced with mild uncertainty, do you retreat into politeness or do you lean into clarity? She's watching how you respond, not just what you say. Confidence in this context isn't loud or aggressive. It's calm, self-assured, and intentional. When she tests you, she's less concerned with the right answer and more interested in your emotional posture. Do you remain present, grounded, and authentic, or do you become evasive, overly cautious, or performative? In psychology, attraction strengthens when someone demonstrates congruence when their words, tone, and actions align. These tests also serve a protective function. By inviting you to take initiative, she's reducing the risk of vulnerability on her end. If you respond with clarity, you create emotional safety. If you avoid the moment, she receives information as well, often concluding that your hesitation reflects uncertainty or lack of intent. This isn't about judgment, it's about alignment. Many people misread these moments as mixed signals, but they're actually moments of decision. She's offering you a choice point. Will you stay comfortable or will you step into leadership? The philosophical weight here is significant. Human connection doesn't deepen through endless ambiguity. It deepens through conscious action. At some point, interest must translate into intention. When you meet these tests with calm honesty by expressing interest, suggesting a plan, or simply acknowledging the moment, you don't just advance the connection. You redefine how she experiences you. You move from possibility to presence, and that shift is often what she's been waiting for all along. So consider this as you move forward. Confidence isn't proven by knowing the outcome, but by being willing to act without it. When someone invites you to reveal your intent, the most powerful response is not perfection, it's courage.